ready to strike.
The Game Awards 2025 just went crazy. Gamers, buckle up. The nominees just dropped and the internet is already fighting in the comments. Clair Obscur is leading with a massive 12 nominations, literally carrying the industry on its French baguette-filled backpack. Hades 2, Silksong, Death Stranding 2, DK Bananza, Kingdom Come 2. This lineup is insane. And behind the show, drama about Future Class being canceled, dev layoffs, speeches getting cut, and everyone wondering, are the Game Awards celebrating games or selling them? We break it all down from the politics to the hype to the existential chaos of AI plus gaming in today's episode of the Daily World Pod by Zebratruth. If you love games, culture, memes, and a bit of civilizational crisis sprinkled on top, yeah, this one's for you. Jane, every year it feels bigger, the Game Awards are back, and honestly, they're kind of gaming's answer to the Oscars now. But with 154 million live streams last year, do you think that level of spectacle really serves the gaming community? Or is it just for show?
Honestly, Thomas, the Game Awards are basically the Met Gala for nerds. Everyone's looking at the outfits, but half the people are just there for the after-party. On one hand, it's amazing to see indies like Clair Obscur leading with 12 nominations. But let's be real, half the viewers just want to see who drops the next Witcher 4 trailer before their pizza gets cold.
It's so true. I mean, you blink and suddenly there's a celebrity in a Mario hat pitching Doritos, and then boom, someone's speech is cut off for another Marvel tie-in. But then you see games like Hades 2 and Silksong getting real attention, and you wonder, are we watching an award show or a 3-hour Super Bowl ad with boss battles?
Oh, and let's not forget, the drama Future Class canceled, layoffs swept under the rug, and dev speeches getting the speedrun treatment. It's like, come for the representation, stay for the chaos. But maybe that messy middle is what makes it so uncomfortably fascinating, right? It's both celebration and critique, all in cozy 4 kelvins.
That actually reminds me of something. Clair Obscur is up for 12 awards, 3 Best Performance noms and Best Indie. But with global backing and publisher muscle, people are calling indie a stretch. Do you think this kind of crossover helps smaller studios? Or does it just blur what indie means until we're all carrying metaphorical baguettes?
There's definitely a baguette identity crisis happening. On paper, Clair Obscur is classic indie. 30 devs, Montpellier, wild creative vision. But then the Kepler Interactive money and global support sneak in like a plot twist. It expands what's possible, but also makes Blueprints and Ball X Pit look like they're playing Pong against Fortnite.
Right. It's like Hollow Knight. Silksong people have called it the GTA 6 of indies because anticipation is so bonkers. But if even the smallest teams need major publishers to compete, are we just indie washing the AAA pipeline at this point?
Absolutely, though. I'll say seeing Hades 2 and Silksong in the same ring as Death Stranding 2 is like watching a Chihuahua and a Great Dane at a dog show. It's democracy in action. If democracy were powered by memes, caffeine, and a suspicious amount of sparkle confetti...
Speaking of sparkle and chaos, let's talk about the not-so-glam stuff. Every year, dev speeches get sliced for more trailers. And this year, Future Class was canceled after complaints. It was just tokenism. Is the awards show actually listening to the community? Or is it just muting the real problems behind all the confetti?
What surprised me most is how openly people now shout about it. Remember last year's open letter when Future Class members called out the show for dodging real-world crises? It's like the industry's worst-kept secret. Plus, layoffs are everywhere, yet the event glosses over it with a shiny new world premiere every 10 minutes.
Right, and when Jeff Keighley gave out that Game Changer award to Amir Satvat for helping laid off devs, it felt like a step, but also a bit like giving someone a gold star for surviving a tornado. Can the Game Awards actually balance hype and honesty, or are we forever trapped in ad limbo?
I mean, if ad limbo had loot boxes, we'd all hit buy now. But seriously, the awards are walking a weird line, trying to be both cheerleader and critic, and sometimes tripping over their own shoelaces. If they want to stick the landing, maybe next year's big reveal should be a best accountability category.
Let's level up a bit. AI and gaming are melting together faster than a speedrunner's patience. Between AI-generated art, narrative, and even deepfake voice acting, do you see this as a creative renaissance? Or are we just building the world's fanciest loot box for existential dread?
I get why everyone's hyped and terrified. AI can turn a 2-person dev team into a pixel-slinging powerhouse, but it also means jobs vanish. Storylines start to feel like they were written by a chatbot hopped up on Red Bull, and suddenly Mario is saying things even his lawyers can't explain.
Exactly. It's that upside-down feeling on one hand, more voices and wild ideas can hit the mainstream because the tech is accessible. But on the other, you risk losing what makes handmade games so weirdly magical.
Totally. The best games are like artisanal cheese, sometimes a little funky, definitely human, occasionally smelly. If everything tastes like processed cheese product because an algorithm decided fun is 83% blue lighting, we might all be doomed to play generic open world 7, Electric Boogaloo.
So, if we zoom out for a second, are the Game Awards just a mirror for our dopamine-hungry, ad-saturated, endlessly competitive society? Or do they actually help us imagine something better, like a future where games are more than just products to be sold?
Honestly, they're a perfect allegory. Everyone's chasing validation. The lines between art and marketing are blurrier than my vision after a 36-hour gaming binge, and democracy is reduced to click to vote and get a free skin. But hey, there's hope! Every year, some weird, beautiful indie slips through the cracks and wins the crowd.
Maybe that's the real game. Fighting for your moment in a system built for noise, but still believing in your own story. If nothing else, the Game Awards are a wild card. Part circus, part critique, part community campfire, where we all roast the industry and maybe ourselves, just a little.
And somewhere in that bonfire, a kid in a basement is coding the next big thing, fueled by Red Bull and spite. That's democracy, baby. Messy, passionate, and occasionally held together by duct tape and memes.
All right, folks, we've covered everything from indie dramas to existential dread and back. Before we log off, Jane, what should our listeners keep in mind as they scroll through their feeds and see the next game hyped to the moon?
First, keep your critical goggles on, remember? Every trailer is selling you a dream, but the best games are often the ones that surprise you when you least expect it. And don't be afraid to ask who's telling this story and who's getting cut off mid-speech.
Exactly. Whether you're Team Baguette or Team Banana, make space for nuance. Is this award celebrating a game, a brand, or a message? And what would a truly community-driven show look like?
Here's to more drama, more dialogue, and never settling for the easy narrative. Okay, on that positive note, that is a wrap for today then. Well, thanks to everyone for listening to the Daily World Pod by Zebratruth. If you learned something today or got a little fired up, share the episode, subscribe, and stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the bleeding edge of AI and gaming. Meanwhile, you can also visit our website, www.zebratruth.com, and download our app to stay informed and stay connected.